Hello there gang, Devere here with another past blast playing a classical game of yesteryear. And today I'm playing a little bit of Far Cry. This was of course originally developed by Crytek, published by Ubisoft way back in 2004. So options. Well, there is an exterior launcher that allows you to set your resolution as well as some more advanced graphical options. What do we get in-game wise? There's a few game options here. There's also a few more video settings. A couple of sound options. Headphones. And finally control options. This is of course fully rebindable. You actually have two binding slots. Always nice to see that. So of course, back then a lot of games were like that. So content wise, well, there was multiplayer, but that's long dead. It says so on the store page. I believe that used the Ubisoft network anyway, but I can't imagine this far down the line it would have a big population even if it was still working. One thing that's quite nice to see, there's actual inbuilt mod support, an actual mod manager. Again, that was something that was quite common, these sort of things, mod support back in the day. So let's dive on with the campaign, and what I shall do is I shall start a new game and I shall play it on medium, but I'll, as usual, skip all the kind of long-winded intro and see you guys and gals in game. Finally, in game at last. The load times are not the quickest with this, to be honest with you. So this is our protagonist, Jack Carver. We've been washed up on an island, a desert island, after our boat was blown up. As happens. The graphics maybe don't look anything too special just yet. This is all quite dark and dingy. This is still kind of just a tutorial bit to get you used to moving around.
I've got to find a way out of here.
Because in fairness, the interiors aren't the strongest point, but they're not terrible for 2004. Of course, if you'd played any FPSs, you'd pretty much know all these controls. However, that's starting to look a little bit more promising, of course. Well.
Listen, dirtbag. Keep an eye out for some punk in a red Hawaiian shirt. If you see him, call me at once. Am I understood? Yes, sir. I'm heading out.
That's nice. He waves at his friend. You press G to throw a rock.
What's going on over there?
Well, that worked well. Let's not throw any more rocks.
Hello? Are you there? Pick up the radio if you can hear this. I know you're there. I've been tracking you since you and Val arrived.
Who are you?
I'm the guy who's going to tell you how to survive. Call me Doyle.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, for starters, how about the fact that I haven't turned you in? That radio has a bioreader. Since I know you're there, I could have ratted you out already.
Good point. Keep talking.
Listen, you need to get out of there and quickly. I'll help you as much as possible, but you don't have much time. There's an exit that will lead to a small camp. Be careful as you go. This area is crawling with mercenaries.
By the way, name's Jack Carver.
Alright, so now we're getting to the meat and veg of the game.
My reports say you're in a red shirt. I suggest you grab some body armor and cover it, or you'll be easily spotted.
Let's do that then.
Hey, some good news. I'm picking you up much more strongly now. I suggest you search the huts for weapons and equipment.
So of course this was the CryEngine's big strength. even back then, was the exteriors. Now, back when this was released, I mean, this thing was an absolute beast. There really wasn't very much like it. And it's not open world. It's an open approach. And you can, of course, take things from different angles. But it does still load in an area, you play that bit, then load in the next. Although they are fairly big areas again as well for the time, which was quite rare.
Stay low and avoid contact if possible. You don't really want to alert the guards.
So, despite that, they're trying to make out this is some sort of stealth elements to this game. I am hitting the use button. There's nothing in here. Well, that was good then. Yeah, this is certainly no Thief or Splinter Cell for sure. We'll see why soon enough. I've no doubt about it. Even though this is on the medium setting. Stealth is very random in this game. There's no way in the back here. But yes, this took an absolute beast of a rig to run. It really was considered like the last light metro or a crisis of its day.
You see something?
Oh, did he really see me? Oh, he did, for sure. Yeah, it's I'm sure there's another one somewhere. There he is. It's also very much old school shooting. It's kind of weird because by now the games like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor was bringing us proper aim down sights. This is very much old school, as in, yeah, your crosshairs and that sort of a rough indicator of where stuff's going. But that's no guarantee that your bullets are going to hit. And you'll also notice as soon as one of the AI knew where I was, they pretty much all knew where I was. And that's another big failing. Basically, you'll come across different groups.
Able to tie your compass in with the transceiver. This means that now I can supply you with the bearings marker. It should give you a rough idea of where to go at least.
Basically, any group of mercenaries you come across, if you alert one or they see you, and they will see you quite often, then they will all know where you are. And once they know where you are,
Notice that they have a sound enhancer and movement tracker. Dr. Krieger has fitted everyone on the island with locator signals that you can track using the binocs.
Search every inch of this. Oh no.
yeah, once one of them knows where you are, they pretty much all know where you are. And they don't, until either you or they are dead. That's usually the outcome. So let's try and move around the back here.
You should try to acquire one of their vehicles and drive to the helicopter refueling pad. It's on the other side of the island. From there, you can use one of their boats to escape.
So underwater looks a bit sparse by today's standards. I'm getting an odd lag spike as well, which is kind of odd. Sometimes they appear and sometimes they don't. In fairness, a man swimming in the water wearing a red shirt on a green island, I imagine they should see me fairly easily. But yeah, any stealth you do get away with doing is usually a lot of the time by luck rather than any judgment.
Take care. The mercenaries are trained to work together. If you alert one, they will bring others.
That's basically their excuse for the AI being as good as it is. Oh, and they are good. Once they do know you're there, they can be pretty accurate. Even on this setting, expected to die a lot. So it's in all honesty, it's not aged brilliantly because of the AI issues. And because of the gunplay now being very old school, it's not terrible. Still quite a decent amount of game, and of course in typical Far Cry sort of progress, different things will happen as you go through. Although I'd say this is closer to sort of Crisis, in all honesty, a storyline, rather than the later versions of Far Cry. That lean. Oh, out of fruit.
Did you hear that?
Really? Did you really hear me?
There he is!
I was going to... Oh, I was on grenades as well. I was supposed to be a stone. I thought I was on a stone still. Well, this is the bit where I die anyway.
I'm gonna tear you a new one!
See, my armor's already gone. Along with half my health. Okay, that's good. That's good. Do not know why I keep reloading. There's my assault rifle. There we are. I don't know if that's a... No, he's definitely a person. What that light is that keeps looking at me. Oh, we haven't got much bullets for this. Oh! I don't know if you got him or not. I know there's one there. Have another grenade. Grenade throws are a bit manky. Oh! I was going to try and rush him. That's a very slow firing pistol. Yes! One thing I know you're there. Yeah, this game is not easy. In all fairness, it is definitely a 2004 game where expect to be challenged for sure. So yeah, it's not aged brilliantly in some ways. Mainly the AI. Yeah, well, it's mainly the AI. I mean, that's pretty much it. And the gunplay isn't that great by today's standards, of course. But outside of that, there's a lot of game, a lot of good environments to explore, various caves and actually, building things you'll find later on. Try not to give any spoilers here. Story-wise, nothing too outstanding until the halfway mark. Then they say then it takes more of a sort of crisis turn. So yeah, and of course if you can find it on a sale, or usually these days there's usually a Far Cry bundle, so you get this and all the other Far Crys. In which case, yeah, this is definitely still worth a play. As you can see by, even by today's standards, you wouldn't say that was ugly. It's still pretty good looking. It's definitely quite a bit higher visually than the usual game from this sort of era. Mainly the exteriors, of course, but that's always what the CryEngine was very good at, and it's only got better with time. So anyway, gang, I think we'll conclude our dealings here, because I'm going to try and replay that bit and get to the vehicles. Oh, might as well. The vehicles are crap anyway, and their handling on them is... Yeah, the CryEngine doesn't do physics very well, so you'll probably end up walking most of the time anyway, because it's just easier. So I'd have got that vehicle, drove away and ditched it. But so yes, this was Far Cry. So, a bit rough around edges, but still worth it. So anyway, gang, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.